on like episode 40, I think, and I don't know any of your dogs' names. I still don't know what to call your mom.
Yeah.
I walk in and I can't
just call her Gracie.
I've tried to have small talk with her, but I'm like, I don't know what to talk about.
Yeah.
Like I go in, like she'll always.
You don't need to have small talk with my mom.
I should just go straight to the point, huh? I was getting there. You know what I'm here for.
I just like coming over here.
It's a long game with me and your mom.
Shut the fuck
Look at
up.
my twins. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. Look at these twins. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. Look at these twins. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. Look at these twins. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. Titties out, just like a pin up.
Get anyone mad recently?
Did I get anyone mad recently?
Because I feel like sometimes I like troll someone,
Yeah.
and then they get mad, but like I'm like, damn, you got angrier than I expected, and now that image of you being mad at me is burned into my head.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like people get mad at me and it ruins me.
Yeah,
Dude, did I tell you this story? I feel like I might have talked. If I talked about it, you could just tell me. But like when I graduated 8th grade, we had like a prayer service. I talk about this?
No.
So yes, when I graduated 8th grade, it was like the day before the graduation, they just like the school just put on a prayer service for us virtually. It's like a small graduation virtually, and it was just for the kids at the school. They went like we went up in front of like the whole church, and like they were like playing like videos of us, like all pictures of like since we were there in 1st grade, and the whole time like we were just up there, we were like snickering with each other, and we were just laughing, like we were like enjoying the moment and everything, and then like we thought it was fine, like we enjoyed it. We get back to class, and like the 1st grade teacher runs in the classroom, and she literally goes off on us. She's like that was one of the worst things I've ever seen. She's like, you guys are the most disrespectful class that's ever come through here. And we were like, bruh, what the hell? And then 2 years later, I go and do my confirmation, and like it's the day before we're gonna get confirmed. We show up like at the church like to do like we're doing a rehearsal for it. And like they just sit us all down and like they give us like the biggest fucking rant of all time, like saying that we were the worst confirmation class they'd ever seen in their entire life. Because like literally, I think that was like a Tuesday, and like that Sunday before, like we were supposed to go to mass every Sunday, and I guess like there was like 20% of the kids like showed up, so they were mad. They were just going off saying that we never showed up to mass, like that we were horrible. Like it was insane. I feel like I realized after that, I'm like, dude, I have really 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 bad like insecurity, I guess you'd say. Like when people like tell me like I'm doing something wrong, like, I just think I'm not shit. Like it's like I feel like I've been working on it to be able to take like criticism constructively, but I feel like deep in my soul like I'm just so scarred over shit like that, because I just feel like anytime I do something wrong, like I'm like a horrible person and shit.
Just church class messed you up?
Literally, yeah.
What else were they strict at church class? Like,
Oh,
could you
I mean,
cuss? Because
no,
I feel like
obviously
people
could
who
not
went
cuss,
to
no.
like
I don't think you can't cuss at any middle school or anything like that. Like
I feel, but they would have like a higher like standard there. Like you had to be like straightforward. I don't know. I can't imagine Catholic school other than like everyone that comes out of like Catholic school comes out worse than like how were they
I mean,
expected.
I would definitely say it was pretty strict, like for sure. Especially because I mean, there's so much uniform to keep up with, and I feel
Oh,
like
you had to wear the uniforms?
Yeah,
Was
like-
it private?
it's private Catholic school.
How much does that go for?
It's different like everywhere.
How much was yours?
I
Do
have
you know?
honestly, I don't know, because my mom too, like I'd have to ask her for the exact numbers, but I know she was talking about that like if you go and you volunteer at the school and you just do stuff for the school, like they'll lower the tuition
Oh,
for you,
dang.
as long as you're like being like a part of the community and stuff.
That's scary.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I think I'm just gonna put my kids in public school. I think
Yeah.
that's the funnest way.
I feel
Because
that.
all private school kids I know, I feel like they're just in a bubble.
I think it depends where you go. Because at
Yeah.
least like where I work at now, it's a private school, but it's big. Like there's a shitload of kids that go there.
Do you
And I feel
see
it's
any
not
like
really-
snobbery?
No, 100%. Yeah, because all the kids are rich. Like
Oh dang.
so you could definitely. I told the kid like I was like, oh, I shop at Food for Less, and he was like, what's that? And I was like, no way.
Where do they shop? Where do they?
There's, like
One
Whole
people?
Foods and just shit. Like,
Dang. I
no,
didn't know. I found out this recently. I think Costco isn't like cause every time I go in Costco, I'm like, God, this is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
But then like my roommate was like, once we make it, like we're gonna start shopping at Whole Foods, and we're not gonna go to Costco anymore. And I thought Costco was like all across the board. Everyone goes to Costco.
Yeah. Like is it? So it's not that.
Apparently not. But I'm gonna go.
There's no way. Because I mean, bro,
I like,
especially if
I
you have
like
a
Trader
big family.
Joe's.
Huh?
Trader Joe's.
Yeah, but so Trader Joe's is good. Like if you only live with like 1 or 2 people, maybe 4 people max. But if you got a big family.
Yeah, Trader Joe. There's no wholesale aspect. You
Yeah.
have to buy like 20 of each.
But I mean,
things.
like, if you make it, you're not. I don't think you guys will be living together still, right?
No, we are.
Okay.
I love them.
Oh, you're
They're
talking about
your
your
family.
roommates?
I'm talking about my
Okay,
roommates.
okay.
Yeah.
I think even if I'm rich, I feel like it's just there's no reason to not shop at Costco. You know what I
I
mean?
think when I make it, I'm still gonna go buy rotisserie chicken. But it's also
100%.
my roommate said, well, you say that now, but I'm like, dang, yeah, that's true.
fair,
Because
yeah.
like
We'll see what
I got a
happens.
job that I like,
Yeah.
and like I bought shoes for the first time in a while, and I'm like, fucking time for no more
I feel
shoes.
that,
So
yeah.
I don't know.
I feel that. What are you doing? Like the days of our lives?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
it's
Can you talk about that or no?
I don't know. I think everyone's there is really cool. So probably
Mm.
like it's cool just being around adults. Because
Yeah.
my last job at the smoothie job, I don't know if I told you guys. I think maybe I said it, but like it was me and all high schoolers like talking about prom, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna have small talk. I have to get
Yeah.
out of here. Like I remember there was this one girl wrapping her finger with a band-aid, and I was like, oh, what happened? She's like, oh, I reached into my school backpack
Oh,
and
she
got paper
said
cuts.
that?
I'm like,
She
school
said
backpack.
backpack?
I'm like, all right, no more small talk. And then
That was
I
a
quit
weird-
a
that's-
week later.
That was
Yeah.
a weird way to say that. I just reached in my backpack.
Yeah, school backpack, and I'm like,
I
oh
reached
yeah,
in my
she
school
is,
JanSport backpack. Like,
yeah, like she cannot go in the club.
Yeah.
I'm not even
That's so tough.
like I remember like there's a back area,
Mm-hmm.
and then like you would be like working on stuff there, and if like another person there is there, unless they're like I know they're in college, I'm not gonna have small talk with them.
Yeah.
It would
Yeah, I feel that.
it's scary. There's
Yeah,
cameras,
it's
and I'm
not-
like, hey guys,
yeah.
I'm not even gonna show you what I don't know if audio's picking up, but I'm not gonna even gonna talk
Yeah.
because I think it just like cancel culture and everything. It scares
Yeah.
me.
I feel like even beyond that,
Or
I
it's
feel
being
like,
out of it's just out of context. Things could look weird out of context.
yeah. I think even beyond that, I feel like small talk with people who are younger, like it's just tough. 'Cause I
Yeah.
think they don't really know how to have small talk.
And like I'll have to match their energy, and then
Yeah.
I'll just look immature.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't
Like,
know.
There's no winning. Like you either sit there like feeling awkward the whole conversation, or like you
Or
lean
sound
into
like an
it.
old man. I
Yeah,
don't want to
it's
be the
like-
funny old man at a job. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
It's stupid.
It was weird. How was it at your job? Because everyone there at your job is like around the same age, right?
Yeah, virtually. I think I'm like one of the oldest ones.
Yeah.
But like they're not people like aren't too far off. I think like there's one girl who's like 19,
Oh, okay.
but it's not bad. But I mean, like, for the most part, everybody is like 22 to like 24 range. Like,
Oh, okay.
which is pretty cool.
Because in my job, people are like, "Oh yeah, I'm getting my license next week." And I'm
That's
like,
wild.
Yo,
Yeah, that's insane. I
your
couldn't-
pilot's license?
yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah, I did. I worked at a summer camp, and like that was wild. I mean, I was younger then. Like I think I was 21 when I started working there.
Would counselors hook up with each other?
Yeah, I mean, it was like a pretty like
It was demon time for
yeah.
both the kids
Yeah,
and the adults.
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think it was. I mean, there were eighth graders like max. Like I don't think eighth
Oh.
graders are like hooking up with each other.
I always feel like now when I'm older, I hear stories of people being like, "Oh yeah, I let him suck my boob when I was in
Yeah.
8th grade."
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
wild.
what
I
the
remember
hell?
some dude
Jewish
told me-
camp sounds crazy.
Some dude told me he's like, I lost my virginity in 5th grade, and I was like, bro, you're a victim. I was like, don't be saying that out loud. Like, it's like that's
Hey,
not
let
a,
him be proud.
That's not a flex, bro. Like,
I feel I would have my
posture.
posture would have been different if I lost it in the fifth grade.
Yeah, but
like
yeah.
in a confident way.
Yeah, but I think.
But then
it's-
later I'd realize like,
yeah,
wow,
oh, like that was
my
weird.
uncle's weird.
Yeah, okay, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what the fuck were we talking about? No, I was working at that camp, and like it ranged because I mean like there were kids that worked there that were like 14, but
Oh.
like they were like volunteers, but they were still part of like the staff. Like
Oh, what the heck?
yeah, so
They had
it
14-year-olds taking care of 13-year-olds.
literally like virtually that. But I mean obviously like, it was like you would have like your main counselor, and like they had to be over the age of 18,
Oh,
and then you would have like a junior count or and they were called CITs or counselors in training.
and they're 14.
They were 14, yeah, and they didn't get. I said like it was funny because I ended up finding out they had to pay to do that.
They
Like
could have went camping.
literally, like yeah, but like it was just wild. Like literally made no sense. And too, like while you're there, like we had to pay for lunch. Like
That's
they didn't give us lunch
crazy.
for free there, which is super fucking annoying. It was
How
like
much did they
$8,
pay?
like $8 a day. They when I first started working there, it was horrible. It was like $70 a day,
And how long were the days?
like 8-hour, 9-hour days. I think I did the math. It was like $11.
It sounds fun though.
Yeah, it was so fun. I think I made up for it. Like definitely, like, but
But you had to
yeah,
pay
it
for
was
lunch.
weird like working around like kids and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, what? How old are the kids you're with right now?
like the kids that I'm working
Work-
for virtually.
yeah.
Like they're like they ranges. It goes from like pre-K all the way to like 6th grade.
Oh, okay. Because I
Yeah.
feel like I don't even have small talk with kids, so I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't even. Maybe I'm bad with
Yeah.
kids.
No, I remember I was talking to this one kid. It was hilarious because he looked exactly like the Winter Soldier, like Bucky.
Yeah.
He looks just like him, like he could be his son. So I know someone. He was this kid's in fucking kindergarten. Like, I was like, yo, dude. I was like, you look just like the Winter Soldier. I was like, have you seen Marvel movies? He's like, yeah. And some kids, I was like, yeah. So I told him, I was like, you look at the Winter Soldier. And some kid comes. He's like, oh, I know who that is. He's like, that's Thor. And I'm like, no. I'm like, it's the Winter Soldier. And he's like, oh. He's like, yeah, that's Spider-Man. And I'm like, no.
idiot.
I'm like, it's the Winter Soldier. And he's like, oh. He's like, it's the Hulk. And I'm like, I'm walking away now, dude. Like, I'm not having this conversation with you anymore.
Because there are little kids who are like smart and witty, where they know
Yeah.
how to troll you,
Yeah.
and I hate
Yeah,
them
there are some kids that are like super intellectual, and there's some kids that just like literally could not tie their own shoe.
because
like,
you can't own them, or else you
Yeah.
look like a dick.
yeah, literally like
Like I remember my when I went into Canada, my cousin, I think I was like 18 or 19, and my cousin was probably like 8, and I know she was going through a lot, but like she was still like a brat, like, so I would fuck with her like constantly. Like I remember like one of them would be like, hey, look at his legs, he has chicken legs, and I'm like, great, now I'm insecure about my legs. I'm like, but I've grown up, I'm like, I had good legs.
You have great legs.
Thank you.
Like, yeah.
But like I don't know why she said that.
That's insane.
And like I remember coming back from a trip, I was just like insecure.
Yeah.
And then like I visited them again like a year or two later, and I still held that grudge. And then I would just like go in on them. Like, this is dark, but like my one cousin's dad beat her mom.
Okay.
Which kind of explains why she was kind of like, but I would see her like, she can't open a water bottle.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, you're 12 and you can't open a water bottle? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, so what? For 12 years of life, you're thirsty and no one's around. Then what? And she was like, you fucking, like, she started crying.
I'm like, that's not that bad.
But like I would always find ways to get back, even though like they objectively have like an unlucky life.
I get that though. I feel like if some kid says some mean shit to me, like I'm gonna do everything in my power to like
get
least,
back.
Like, you know, like at least to clap back.
Is that something you want to keep in?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I don't think they watch this. I'm kind of cold with it. Like I think they fucked with me back with like in like 2015 or 16. Like they were mean to me, and I still hold it. Like I'm not gonna follow them back on Instagram. I'm a dick, dude.
That's wild. That's real though. You stick to your guns.
I think it is. Yeah, because I'm like, yo, fuck Canada, you fucking assholes.
I think one thing I've learned is like they're not real people.
Yeah, they're NPCs.
Yeah, so it's like you can't take whatever they say to you like.
That's true.
Like literally.
Should I call them up?
You can if you want.
Put them on the pod.
I don't have their number. Maybe I could interview them. I think they might visit this year, but even now I'm gonna stay in my house in Koreatown and not even visit.
Yeah.
Or do you have any grudges with that, with like family, or like?
No,
yeah.
I'm not
it's crazy
really.
because it's a huge age gap, and they probably have changed. But I'm still like, you guys are still psychopaths.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I think it's like more. I just like it's crazy because I feel like you grow up with family and like you hear, like you have like just like like you think everybody's like good people and shit. But I remember my mom was telling me. I remember like all this shit happened with my grandpa. My grandpa died. So like, after that, I guess my grandma was getting checks like in the mail, like for like since he died, and like I guess she was getting checks in the mail like for every single one of the kids that she had. Like it was like I guess it was like I don't know if it had to do with like his life insurance and shit, but I guess something happened like where the family, like somebody like the extended family, they went and they said that like my mom was living with them, so they were virtually stealing those checks and shit. And like and then they said like my aunt was living like with like another like family, like it was crazy shit like that, like, and then they even tried to like steal the deed to this house and like sell it under my grandma.
Family was trying to do that.
Yeah, like after my grandpa died, like and shit, like they were trying to like take mad advantage of my grandma.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
It's crazy, and it's crazy because I literally grew up with all these people, and it's like I love them like growing up. Yeah, and it's like then you hear shit like that, and you're like, damn, like that's wild as fuck, like dude, there's some horrible ass people. Like,
yeah, there are. I'm like, damn, there's some family. I'm like, I don't know. Like there's this one, my mom's side, apparently they hit up my mom like in like when I was growing up, and they're like, hey, we're trying to start a business, you want to start it together? And she's like, yeah. And then my mom gives them probably like, my mom and dad give them like $10,000 or $20,000. Damn. And then they just disappear.
No,
they disappear, and then they reappear like 3 years ago. And then
were they like acting like nothing happened?
They acted like nothing happened, and they're like, hey, here's from before, and it was probably only like $800,000 $800 or like $1,000.
Oh, I was like, they gave you $800,000.
Hey, we started the business. That's crazy how I just breezed.
I was like, I wouldn't be mad. Like,
no, but like it was $800 or something like that. They're like, hey, here's some of the money, and my mom's like, oh, that's okay. But I would personally be like, you fucking no.
Yeah.
No, and then I remember like one of the kids, like, because I have cousins that are like younger from that family, and I'm like, these fucking pieces of shit.
Yeah, no, 100%. I feel that.
Like one of them was like, hey, I'm gonna pee before I leave. I was like, all right, go pee. And then he peed all over the toilet and then on the floor. Like he missed completely. I don't know. But then because I remember he's like, I'm gonna pee real quick. And then that's when they were leaving. And then so he peed all over everything. And I didn't know it yet, but then he just ran out. He's like, all right, bye. And then I went in. I was like, he doesn't drink a lot of water.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, that family. That's too distant a family. They're not redeemable for me. Even though I don't know the full story.
What did your mom say about it?
I don't know. I don't think my mom really holds grudges. I think I got the grudge side from. No, I think they do. I got the grudge side from like my dad, maybe. Yeah. Actually, no, both of them. Because when I was younger, if they'd be mad, they wouldn't talk to me for like a week or two.
Damn.
Yeah. So I think that's what's
like definitely where it's
at least I'm aware now where I can move from it. But right now, I'm still sitting in it.
Yeah.
Do you hold? No, we've talked about this. You don't hold grudges.
Like I can. I don't like you.
Yeah, I'm crazy with it. Yeah. Should I let go?
Huh?
Should I let go?
Like you on the pod right now? I don't think you should.
I don't think I should.
Yeah. We were just
'Cause
talking
I was-
about how like everybody like sees this. And just random ass
Yeah.
people were like, I watched the pod. It's like, what do you mean? Like,
You know,
like, stop doing that.
We're like, yo, we just hit 500. Thank you. But also like, yo, what the fuck?
Like,
People
yo,
are
what
watching. So dumb, dude. Fucking-
Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, yeah, that shit is tough. This is weird. This is a weird platform to have.
It is because it's like we could talk shit about anyone right now,
Yeah.
and then we're the only like say they might not have a platform.
Yeah, literally
Like we'll talk shit about like a friend who has like no Instagram.
Yeah.
And they're
just ruin everybody's perception.
ruin every
of that.
perception. Dude, there was this kid in high school. Like my friends reminded me of it recently. Basically, during a game, he shot himself.
Oh,
A basketball game, like a
Yeah.
packed game, and then the other team trying to like he shat his pants. And then we are saying it's cool how we grew up in that time right before TikTok because
Yeah.
if that happened now,
it's
he
Jesus.
wouldn't get the end of it.
Yeah. At least I feel like at least with like how much shit like circulates, like shit dies so much quicker now. Like you forget
true.
stuff. Like there's no like like with Vine, like you could probably recite so many Vines.
Yeah,
And like I feel like now there's only like so many like TikToks that are like still around, you know what I mean? Like
that's true.
because TikToks come and go like so quickly. Which is kind of like it's kind of shitty, but
Yeah, because everyone I also feel like has a different For You page because everything blows up
yeah,
now. It's not as
literally
impressive.
everything goes viral like at all times.
Because like you could be like, oh, did you see this TikTok? 10 million likes.
Mhm. Like no.
Blonde girl, big boobs.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, this one? Oh no, that's a different one.
Yeah,
There's like a billion of
there's
those.
15, yeah.
Because is it? How is it that? Is it the fact that Vine wasn't in the U.S. also?
No,
I don't know what-
I don't know. I just
No, no,
think,
that
I
it
think
was only
social
in the US?
media. I think social media is just so much more common now.
Oh.
Like everybody has it. Like I feel like just like with the way the algorithms are, like everybody can pop off. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like there's just way more shit just circulating like than there was like back then.
Yeah, because I feel like if stuff pops off, it's not as like believable. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, this is a number.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I got a bit to pop off recently. I
Like
think
what?
it's right now at like 210,000
It was
views.
the Bill Burr one.
No, it was the one. It was. Here, I'll play it right here.
I went to Emerson College in Boston, which is basically woke Twitter as a student body. Like every time I like stepped in a room, it was just a game of white people playing, hey, let's prove how not racist we are. Like I went in a room, I was like part of the stand-up group. It was a white girl president, and she said, hey guys, let's make a new rule. No joking about minorities, only straight white males. And I was like, why can't we joke about minorities? And she said, obviously all this, because white people are up here and minorities are down here. I was like, oh, I forgot, thank you for like the whole time, I was like Arthur Fist memeing my whole time there. So like I would always just like fuck around, like kids would be wearing like Stop Asian Hate merch and I'd be like, hey, we just got started. And then before every show, the president said we had to tell her what we were gonna say on stage. And then I was like, oh, okay, heads up, I'm gonna say the C word on stage today. She's like, you can't say the C word. And I'm like, dude, I'm pretty sure I can say the C word. And then she was screaming in the back of me before a show saying, Aldus, only girls can say the C word. And I was like, only girls can say chink? And she was like, oh, fuck, my bad. I'm like, you're good. And I went on stage and said, cunts. To my
That's my favorite C word.
What's your second favorite?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, let's get into you. What do you want to do? What's your fucking...
My second is cum.
Oh. That's my first.
It was that. I say cunts in it. It was me talking about like Emerson College being woke.
Yeah.
And then
did I repost it on my thing? Do you
yeah,
remember?
I think you
Okay,
posted
yeah.
that one. And then like it was still going. Like it was. I think it's still like moving.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't really. This doesn't feel. I think it's like if it's real life, and people are like, hey, that was cool. That's when it's like believable.
I
But
feel,
if
yeah.
because like TikTok, if stuff pops off, it's like, oh,
Yeah, it's a lot of like just skits. You know what's crazy? It could just be me, but I feel like there's just so much comedy now.
yeah,
Like everything is just like that's it. Like it's just all just funny videos. Like
yeah.
there's not too much more than that. Like which is kind of crazy.
Have you gotten snobby with it, where you're like, oh, this didn't need to. Like it's crazy how this blew up.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't really been scrolling through it too much. Like I haven't been on TikTok. I think the only time I go on TikTok is just to like check to see like the people that I follow to see what they posted and see like if my
Oh,
friends
yeah.
message me. But I have not been scrolling through it. But even then, like I think the last time I did, like I was scrolling through it pretty quickly because I was kind of like, this is like, I don't know. Like it just felt like I feel like I've just grew out of it a little bit. I'm like, this is kind of like annoying. Like
Yeah.
it's like kind of cringy now.
I don't. I think I haven't been on TikTok enough where I can't easily get sucked in.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it's definitely dangerous. You can that's like something you could sit on because it never ends.
Because now, like, I feel like now if I'm on any social media, if I'm sucked in, then I feel like this dopamine
Yeah.
depletion.
Yeah.
But like before, when we were younger, you could be on Twitter just talking shit with your friends
Yeah,
and like doing subtweets, and that was a good time.
Yeah.
I don't know when it started getting
It
bad.
changed, yeah. Oh, I think for me, like I noticed it like during the like quarantine, because before I
That's
could be
what
on
it
my
was?
phone all the time, but like I never felt anything. Like I never felt like drained afterwards. Like, and I feel like I don't know. At some point, probably like maybe like April of like 2020. Like I remember just laying in bed one night, like just on my phone, and like I was like literally shaking. Like, because I was so overstimulated, and at that time I didn't get it. Like I didn't like, and it's like I feel like it was so easy to put together. I'm like, bro, I've been glued to the screen like all day, like, and like I'm like it's fucking 4 a.m. Like I should be asleep. I'm just fucking refreshing Twitter for the 18th time in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
Stupid as fuck, dude.
Because I was like, because I think, is it Asperger's or autism? When you're like, if you have like overstimulation, you're just like, oh no.
Yeah, like you don't like know how to function. I guess. You could
Wait,
say,
I just
like,
realized maybe I am a little bit. Like, I remember when I'd be in restaurants growing up, I'd like have to put my head down because I'm like too many things are moving.
Yeah.
Is that autism?
well, I
It'd be
don't
kind
know.
of cool if I did have it a little bit. Because then
In
I'm
what
like,
way? Like
yeah, I
what?
could make all these jokes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could get. There's an actor, like, and he's like 40 or 30. He was like in his 40s,
Yeah.
and he got what's the word, like diagnosed with autism,
Oh.
like for the first time ever, and he's
Dang.
like it like kind of changed his life a little bit.
He's
He's
like,
like,
hey, you
everything
guys
kinda
can't
makes-
cancel me anymore.
Literally, yeah.
Because there are people who use that card.
Yeah, which is kind of real, like.
But it's also, I feel like there's a point where they're like, I'm self-aware. No, I shouldn't grab this butt. But
Yeah, no, yeah, I get that.
but they are like, well,
But-
I'm autistic.
But I feel like it's also a spectrum, so it's like
Yeah.
I feel like to a certain extent there are like.
But who's like the most?
Well, I mean, there's literally people who like nonverbal,
Whoa.
like they can't.
Is
they
that
can't
like the
speak.
worst of it? I don't know if worst of it's.
Well,
the
there's
worst,
like
but
I'm pretty sure there's some they have like more physical disabilities too of it. Like
Oh wait,
Yeah.
autism is physical too.
I think it
Oh, we don't have Drew today to check it.
yeah I think it can be.
Hey Drew, comment down if autism could be physical.
Thanks, Drew.
Yes, Drew.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, it's a whole spectrum. Like it can go from like you just like it being as low as like you like having trouble like just with social interactions, to as much as like you literally can't even like read, like you can't even process like conversation and stuff. Like you have like no what's it like cognitive skills.
Do you think they're having fun?
No, because I'm pretty sure like a lot of them it's like
It's like socially struggling.
yeah. Well, I think it's like is that there's some of them that just deal with it so heavily, like they're ADD. They have ADD that's like so terrible that they're just always like stressed out. Like, have you ever been like faded and you just have like that brain fog?
Yeah.
Like imagine that. Like that's probably like what they feel like. That's probably like a lot of like their experience. Like you can't focus on anything. Like your brain is like jumping to a million different things. Like
Well, in the documentary that one of my mentors made, he it like I think they used it for the trailer. One of the guys said, autism is like it's like everyone has. It's like everyone's an actor in a play, and everyone has a script, except for you. That's what they.
You came to rehearsal it.
that's so tough.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
That just means you're improvising all of life.
literally yeah.
That's
Why?
what it seems like
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah.
Because like
It's
I wonder
sad,
if
like-
they view like highly autistic people view
Yeah.
us as like there's something up with them. They have too much fun.
Yeah, they could. I'm pretty sure like they definitely can like see a difference like in us like.
Like, do you think they have like a radar?
And what kind of radar?
And
Like,
like,
what do you-
like if they see another person eyes to the floor and uncomfortable in social situations, they're like, oh, twin, he's like me for real. But like when they see us, they're like, oh, those are the land aliens.
I don't know. I think it's different because I'm again it's a spectrum. So like every person is just different. Like
Because I know Elon Musk. I think he's on the spectrum.
is he
He
really?
has Asperger's.
He has Asperger's. Is
Doesn't
Asperger's?
seem
That's
like
on the
it.
spectrum, right?
I think that is
Think
like
so.
it is like a variation of it. Like
Oh, okay.
yeah.
But like it seems like people who do like really well or who are like highly successful have a little bit of like sociopathy to them.
Yeah.
And they're also autistic or on the spectrum.
Like who else? Like
Like Elon Musk is like that. Who else? I think Kanye said he was.
Well, Kanye is bipolar, isn't he?
He has bipolar, but he was like, there's a one clip of him saying,
Yeah, but I think he was
You think
only
he was
saying
trolling?
that. Yeah, I think it was a troll. He was just trying to like.
when
I
his
don't know.
out
I
of
mean,
pocket
I think
videos
it's
come
just-
up,
it's
like
just-
this is
it's- yeah,
hilarious.
I think it's hard to like to take it serious.
I feel like there's a little bit of self awareness in there though.
Yeah,
I think he's just mentally unstable. So,
yeah.
It's funny.
That's one way to.
No, they've been doing that, man. It's so dirty.
I think he.
What's your opinion, Dylan?
I think he's just not well, and he shouldn't be on the news.
Yeah,
'cause
literally, I'm telling you, they're dumb for playing him like that.
on these platforms.
I found this new TikTok account where it's this one guy who just walks around Skid Row, and he's like cool with everyone there, but he like just tries to promote like how much Skid Row needs help, and then he would just record like people like mentally unstable, just like screaming on the ground, like in the middle of the street. He's like, guys, help us. All right, thank you. Watch the next one. Like it's it is entertaining because there's not even like a huge TikTok account. I think he has like 2,000 followers, and he follows everyone back.
Yeah,
And then I don't know if it's doing anything other than people being like, "Oh, this is entertaining."
this might take time.
I don't know if anyone's really helping.
That's
out.
yeah, but I think it's just there's just such like a certain extent of like there's only so much you could do for people too though, like
Yeah.
because like you can't really help people, you can't force people to get help too. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just like I don't know. I thought about that shit heavy.
I thought about like because there is an aspect of like if something crazy happens, you do want to record it.
Yeah.
But if you're the person that's something like I was at the gym the other day, and I was imagining because I haven't done leg day in a while.
Yeah.
If I do a squat right now and my shin hypothetically just snaps open,
Yeah.
would people just start recording me and I'd look like the idiot trying to bench, not even trying to
They would
squat? Like
probably record you. Yeah.
I
they'd
don't
probably
think
record me.
I think
and it's not really. It's more of a self-serving thing for the person recording to get some
Yeah.
clout. And if I said, "Hey, please delete that," they probably won't.
yeah.
That's
Depending on who they
That's
were.
what Nope is about. The
Oh, really?
yeah.
I haven't watched it.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I've watched that movie twice, and this has nothing to do with the movie. This has nothing to do with the movie at all. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. Both times I watched it, I fell asleep.
Really?
And I think I just caught it at bad times. Like I watched it like when I was just.
I mean, you
extremely tired.
wasted like 50.
No. So
$30.
I went to the movies and I saw it and I fell asleep and then it was on Peacock and then I watched it at home.
Oh.
Yeah, but I need to sit down and fucking watch it again, like, because everybody's like, dude, that scene is so crazy in it, and I've fallen asleep right before that scene comes on every single time. Like,
It sucks. Sometimes people like highly praise something,
yeah,
and then I'm just too tired to pay attention to that highly praised thing when I have
Yeah.
the time to check it out. So then I watch it and I'm like, oh, I don't really like
Yeah.
Shane Gillis. I remember people were praising his special. The first time I watched it, I was sleepy, so I was like, it was okay. And then I gave it another chance because one big bit stuck to me for like a while, and like this is the best
yeah,
special of all time to
yeah,
me. And it's crazy because like how much I like something really depends on if I'm tired or not.
yeah. That's kind of. I feel like for
Because like
me, it's
imagine like I meet the perfect woman,
uh-huh.
and then I was
Oh
like,
my god.
I'm after work. I'm like, hey, we're hanging out. And I'm like, I'm gonna go right now. But
Yeah.
then I'm like, I took a cold shower for the second date, and I'm like,
I'm in
God,
love
I'm
with
in
you.
love.
Like-
But then she's tired that
You're
day, and we just
fucking
don't meet the
hilarious,
same energy
bro.
levels.
You guys are just like you guys are always missing each other. Like,
What the? She is a Gemini. What is it?
I mean, would you go on the date if you felt like crap? Like,
I think sometimes because I think there's a little bit. I remember like my first college hookup. Mikhaili pushed me. He's like, because I was like, yeah, she's asked me to like hang out, but I don't really want to. And then he was like, I think you're just making excuses.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to do push-ups. He's like, you're making excuses. And I'm like, oh fuck, maybe my mind is default on stay home, so I
Yeah.
make myself go do it
yeah,
just to see. Because sometimes I'm like, if they're really cool, then it'll work,
yeah,
despite like what I'm feeling. So I don't know.
yeah. I feel like for me, like I would go, but like not because I wanted to, but just more like I would just feel bad for like 'cause I would think like, oh, I wouldn't want them to like flake on me and shit.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
but yeah, I feel like I would push through it.
I feel like it's rough.
Yeah.
Like people say like LA.
This
dating's
conversation
kinda
has
hard.
got sidetracked. Like I don't even remember what the fuck we were originally talking
Whoa,
about.
Time out.
Because you were talking about Skid Row, and then that turned into something else, and then turned into Nope, and then turned into Shane Gillis.
That's
and
just
then
how
That's
Yeah,
conversation.
it's-
What,
I was
you want to
just-
stay on one
no,
topic?
It's great.
Let's
It's
stay on
great.
one
I was
topic.
just saying. I just wanted to point it out. Fuck.
Do our conversations, are they usually like that? I feel like they're
I
usually like
I
that.
think so. Yeah. I
Could
think
you
it's just-
close this
it's
curtain a
flowing
little? I
Great
think
though.
it's blowing Aldus out a little bit.
Yeah, blow me out.
Yeah, that's good.
Blow you not in the way you're thinking.
I think about I remember we were just talking about this. I feel like I overshare on podcasts or I oust people.
Yeah.
Bad habit.
Okay.
I
feel
was about to
it's-
say, like, dude, I just came on boobs recently, and I was
Yeah.
about to give every detail.
Yeah, so I mean, like, as long
But
as
I'm not going to
is
now.
your like
This is off the camera stuff
Yeah,
now. I think I
you-
found my thing.
you do whatever.
Wait, this
my,
is cut?
What?
This
No.
is cut out? Oh,
No.
okay.
my philosophy.
But I did come on boobs, guys. It was cool. That's my favorite thing, dude. That's
I-
my favorite thing ever, coming on boobs.
Yeah, I wouldn't say coming on boobs is my favorite.
Why, what's
what
your
did you
favorite
do?
thing?
Like, where were you?
I was at this
Like-
beautiful angel's
Like,
house.
were you like titty fucking her?
It went blowjob and then blowjob, handjob, boob cum.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's not. I don't know.
Why? What's your favorite? You don't like coming on boobies?
I think it's cool, but I'm not in love with it.
Dang.
Like, if I was given the option.
Why? Where's your
I
top
don't-
3 places? Because I haven't come in vagina yet.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to do that.
But like, I feel some
ever.
people. Do.
Like,
I will eventually when I want a
Yeah.
family. But even when I wear a condom, and unless she has one of those, what's it, IUD?
No, but even then, you still wouldn't want to. Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, you still pull out every time.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, trust me. Like, that's not. It's not.
You haven't came in vagina?
I think I did. Once
Was it awesome?
for 0.2 seconds.
After you're like, no.
Yeah, immediately you're like, no.
You get an ice cream scooper. Get out!
Buy a plane ticket. Like, yeah, it's horrible. I think even like the first time like I ever had raw sex, like,
what's it like?
I wanted to die.
Oh.
It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. But like the first time, like not really knowing, like not understanding, like pull out. I didn't come inside of her, but like it was just. I woke up the next day, like I was hungover as fuck. I had mad anxiety. Like it was horrible. Like
Dang.
yeah, I literally want to throw up the whole day. Like
What did she say? Was she like, why am I warm inside?
no, so
Did
I
you
didn't
give
come
her a
in
heads
her.
up?
I didn't come, but it was
Oh.
like my first time ever having raw sex.
Oh, it's
So I just fucking catastrophized it. That's the word, right? And I just immediately assumed I'm gonna have a kid with this girl. Like it's confirmed. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm bonded to her for the next 18 years of my life. Like
Was it a one night stand?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, which is even worse. Like shit
Dang,
like that
you went
makes you
raw
like
for a one night stand.
yeah.
Have you
Very
seen her
tough.
since?
Yeah, we're cool. We're good. We're good.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. But
Wait, were you like, was she like, you don't need to wear it, or were you like, I'm not gonna wear it?
I think it was the first one. Like it was like a drunk moment. Like you know what I
Oh.
mean? Like
Dang, that's
Yeah.
scary. Because
Yeah.
I remember hearing this quote: "If someone says you don't need to wear a condom, they probably say that to a lot of people."
yeah,
Well,
that's
depending,
pretty. Yeah, that's
right?
actually
So it's scary.
that's even more. Yeah, that's wild.
But it felt better.
No, 100% feels better.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it feels beautiful.
Because I know in like the '90s, I think Eazy-E would be rapping like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, fucking no condom,"
Yeah.
and like I want to do it.
No, that's horrible. Yeah.
Unless it's okay when it's someone I'm absolutely in love with. That's when I'll do it.
Yeah.
But it's also still scary because I don't want a baby
Yeah.
yet.
No, it's horrible. Like I'd probably die if I had a kid right now.
How old do you want to be?
I can't even tell you. Like I'm thinking about right now, just like everything like I'm juggling.
Yeah.
Like there's no way.
Throw
Like
a
it's
baby
hard
in that
right
juggle.
now. Yeah, there's no way. Like this is already. I feel like I'm
Drop the
drowning
baby.
right now. Yeah. It's not my kid no
Filmmaking,
more.
podcast, comedy. Ooh, ooh, oh, baby Jared. Oh,
Keep going. Keep going.
come on, wake up.
Throw it back in. Throw it back in.
Yeah, I feel like it's so tough even just keeping up with my dogs right now, dude. Like,
Yeah, and I don't know their names. I don't know how.
yeah.
We're on like episode 40, I think, and
Crazy.
I don't know any of your
Yeah,
dogs'
we
names.
got
I still
Max.
don't know what to call your mom.
Yeah.
I walk in and I can't have.
just call her Gracie.
I've tried to have small talk with her, but I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know what to talk
I feel
about.
like, yeah.
Like I go in, like she'll
You
she'll
don't
always.
need to, you don't need to have small talk with my mom.
I should just go straight to the point, huh? I'll just get in there. You know what I'm here for.
Yeah, like I've been doing this podcast for a year, and it's like I don't even really fuck with podcasts. Like, I just like coming over here. Like,
It's a long game with me and your mom.
shut the fuck up.
I don't know what to say. I walked in today. She said, "Hello, sunshine."
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey."
Hey, just say good morning.
But it's 12.
Like, good afternoon. Like,
But I'm horny.
adapt. You're supposed to be good at improv. That's literally all conversation is improv. Like,
That's true. We should come. I think I've been coming in. You know, every time before I come in an episode,
mhm.
I come up with like 20 topics.
For my mom.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I always get too nervous.
How is it that you're just getting nervous then?
This I don't know.
Because
If it's
that's literally
nerves. I think it's like
conversation
no.
is
You know what it
literally
is?
just improv.
It's like having like if you go to when you're in high school and then you have a person here who you sit next to for like a week.
Yeah.
And if you don't have small talk within like the first 2 or 3 weeks, you guys probably won't
it's
have small
confirmed,
talk.
yeah, like
it's
you- it's
confirmed
just-
there's no
yeah,
small talk.
yeah.
But like it's different because like that's your mom and I'm
Yeah.
here so often.
Yeah, that's
And,
why I'm like, it doesn't have to be this whole thing where you stop and you're like, "What did you do? What did you eat for breakfast?"
That's true. Maybe I'm forcing it. Do you
literally-
think it's not in her head, huh?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't. She hasn't said anything like.
She's like, is all this talking about?
But that Asian guy like is comes around here a lot.
When you introduce me,
Shut the fuck up.
because
I'm saying literally all you have to just say is good morning or good afternoon. Like, hey, like
Maybe
like,
it's in
like,
my
literally,
head.
how are you?
that's true.
Like, hey.
Because in my head, I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, break this silence. You
Yeah.
have 3 steps to the bathroom, but break it. But
Yeah.
break it.
And I
then
think, and I think too, what you need to realize too is like, you're probably overthinking it. Like a lot of
Yeah.
people are like probably overthinking it in their head too.
so she's scared too.
I mean, there's a good chance. Like I feel like now nobody really knows. I don't think I've ever met anybody that's like perfect at conversation.
You know, my problem is that
Hmm.
like a lot of times I just don't want to talk.
Yeah, see, and like that's
Maybe
fair.
Yeah.
Maybe your mom just doesn't want to talk
Mm-hmm.
to me.
That's a good one. Yeah, she probably doesn't.
But
But I mean, I
she-
think like there's just more of like a you know, actually I was thinking about this the other day because I think like when we were talking about that on one of the podcasts with that somebody, I don't remember who it was, but they're just like things in other countries, like people like they don't have like that fake niceness, right? Like
yeah.
like they don't like greet you and shit. And it's like, but we have that here, and it's like when people don't do it, like I get in my head, I'm like they're so rude.
Yeah.
But then I'm like I have to remind myself, I'm like it's literally not that deep.
Yeah, basically, because the East Coast is like that,
Yeah.
where it's kind of like, I'm like, why is everyone here an asshole? I'm
Yeah,
like, oh no,
it's like-
everyone here just wants to save time.
Literally, like it has nothing to do with you. Like you're not the main character.
Sometimes you think you are. Do you think you're the main character?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like I feel like my life
Like
is a
everyone.
constant reminder
Why? What makes you think
of what do you mean? What makes
that
me
you're
think?
a main character?
Why just this shit just hurts my feelings? Like somebody will do
Oh,
something
you
or
take
say
it
something.
personal. I
Yeah, and
see.
I just realized I'm like, why the fuck? Like, who cares? Like yesterday, I think some like I was like on that retreat, and some girl had cough drops. I was like, yo, like, I was like, can I get some cough drops? And she literally looked at me. She was like, no. She like walked away, and I was like,
wow. I would. I think a lot of people would be hurt though.
yeah,
I don't
no, so
know
but
anyone
like,
that-
yeah, but like I feel like I caught it really quickly. I was like, especially because I'm pretty sure they were like for her kids too. Like it wasn't just like she wasn't just being a dick or anything.
it was
like,
also. Did you know her?
yeah, like,
Oh, I was about
Yeah.
to say. I thought it was you going up to her and someone random. There's this
no,
bearded
no,
man.
no.
Can I have a cough drop? What the hell?
But so I mean, like I immediately like
There's a shadow over their whole body. I imagine a small old white lady. Just like, hey, I'm with these kids. Can I have a cough drop?
I'm sorry.
Save one for me.
I feel like there's just a lot of shit like that where like I'll like somebody will say something and like I'll be like I'll be taken away by it. I'm just like oh, and then I have to like immediately remind myself like dude like it's like she doesn't owe you shit. Like
That's
you know what I
true.
mean? Like who cares? Like
Because there's probably times where I like
Ex-
have done that to
exactly.
other people.
Like, so I think my every day of my life is like that constant reminder.
Of,
And I'm just like not like I'm not
You're
I'm
not
not the
shit.
main character. Like
Oh.
yeah,
you're
I mean,
not the main character?
I'm not the main character.
But I feel like if you were the main character, you would be hurt from that.
that's what.
Because the main character still would get like hurt if they didn't get a cough drop.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying me having
So
main
you-
character syndrome.
Oh,
is
makes it
me-
hurt more.
Is me getting butt hurt. So I have to
Oh.
remind myself that I'm not. So like I'm like I can let shit go. Yeah.
Do you think homeless people have like side character syndrome where they're like, I'm gonna speak in this 2-page script while no one responds?
Well, they're probably just they got some mental health issues. Like they're just so detached.
I saw a homeless person start their shift a couple weeks ago.
What do
That's
you mean-
crazy.
What do you mean start this?
Like
shit?
I was at a stoplight and this person was walking, stopped, went on the island, and started unfolding his trifold poster, and I'm like, whoa.
Oh.
Isn't it crazy? It's like
like usually they just spawn in.
like I remember I was with a friend and he was like talking about something like deep. I was like, dude,
Yeah.
wait, look, he's starting.
Man's just clocked in. Like
Yeah.
that's crazy.
It's great because it
I don't
kind of
think
is
I've
like
ever seen that.
it's like it's Uber Eats for them.
Yeah, literally. Like
It's like
I
on their own
recently
schedule.
saw somebody outside of a restaurant, and he's like, excuse me, and I was like, huh? And I looked behind me, and he's like, hey, could I have some food? And I wasn't holding any food or anything, and I was just like, I just kind of looked at him, and I was like, wait, what the heck? He had like a laptop. He was on his laptop. I think he was watching a movie or something.
he was homeless.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, and I was just like, oh, I don't have food. I'm sorry. And then I walked away, but I was like walking away. I was like, why did he have a laptop? How is he plugging in? to anything?
dude, I was out with friends like 2 nights ago, and then we walk past this tent. It was a homeless person there, and then he like bikes next to his tent and then there's like a speaker attached to the bike, and it's like a really good speaker. And then he opens his tent, and then we see a queen-sized airbed, and then a projector landed against the wall. Like it's going on, and then he's just like watching YouTube, and then it's like a laptop, and I'm like, "Yo, they are comfy."
Yeah,
sick.
they're just vibing.
Yeah,
Literally, like,
I think that is an issue. Like some people, like
it's pretty
everyone's,
comfy.
yeah, everyone's like, everyone has their reason for being homeless, and some people want to get out of it, some people don't want to get out of it, and some people are, like they're just comfortable. Like I think my friend was telling me about like this woman called like the Queen of Skid Row.
Yeah, no, I was watching that.
Yeah, and she knew of her. She would help her with her previous job. And yeah, she had like a jacuzzi in her tent. And
Yeah, she had a jacuzzi and then a shower,
Yeah.
and then she had pots and pans.
yeah.
But then someone recorded it on TikTok, the dude I was talking about.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "It's the Queen of Skid Row," and she's like, "What's up, baby?" And she was like the mayor of Skid Row, like the
Yeah.
president, because she had like the street cred, like everyone
Yeah.
respected her because she would always try to help everyone out. And then so this guy put her up on his TikTok. It blew up, hit like 2 million likes. And then I think 2 days later, I think the city of LA like bulldozed.
For real.
Yeah, her she called it the White House.
They got rid of a bunch of encampments, and now it's like I think they just recently made it like a law or something that you can't have like like a certain parameter of like ownership of tents or something. You know what I mean? You can't make like your own commune on
Yeah.
the sidewalk. You have to just like there's like protocols now. So.
That is so tough, dude.
But yeah, they were like she would like hook up to like the telephone pole or whatever, like have like a power and run a jacuzzi. Like
I'm trying to make
insane.
it work. Like,
Yeah, and it was clean. Like I was like, I get why you're home. Like that's cool.
yeah,
it looks
that's
so
real.
cool.
Like, I feel like at the end of the day, it's like everybody should have like shelter and like and fucking food and water. I feel like that's like just the base necessity of fucking life. Like, I feel like to have to work for that is like insane. Like I think about that shit often. Like just having to work for the rest of your life. Like that's wild.
I remember Kyle was saying, I think I have a bit of skepticism because Kyle told me, well, he told us, our ex heroin addict pal.
Yeah.
He was saying like, yeah, a lot of like the homes are
former.
What
Just
did I say?
Always describe him as like a current
Oh,
terrorist.
really? I didn't know I said.
ain't no growth. Like
We should have had before and after Kyle.
what do you mean?
Like while he was addicted to sleeping.
Oh my
Trying to tell him what he's nodding off. We're trying to ask.
We're
him
doing it.
questions.
We're doing it with him. Like
It's like Hot Ones.
that would actually be a funny ass skit.
Write that down. Write that down. Like there's so many
writing
things.
it
I was
down, don't worry.
like, funny skit idea, and I have 20, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
I have like 50.
I'm like, yeah, I'll work on these, and then
Yeah.
someone does the same premise, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I should have done it,
Yeah,
but it's
for
like it's
real.
been there for 2 years.
I just had one. I just came up with one the other day. I hadn't come up with one in a while. It was like really random. It was like just imagine like we're like drinking, like we're taking shots, and out of nowhere I'm like, bro, I dare you to eat that, and they're just like peanuts, and you're like, fuck it, I'm down. You eat them, and then we just go on with our conversation. And you're just having like you're like having like a crazy allergic reaction, and you're like dying, and somebody's like, yo, what's wrong with him? And like, oh, and like I'm like, oh, he's just allergic to peanuts. I'm like, so anyways, you like that girl? I was like, so bad, you just like die there, like.
It's more of a story. I don't know.
It's just more the fact that I dare you to do it and you did it like with no remorse. You're like, yeah, I'm down. Like, fuck it. Like,
I think there's no twist.
okay. The twist is that you're allergic to peanuts.
But I feel like you daring me to eat peanuts is kind of like, oh, he's
Yeah.
probably allergic. I think.
Okay, so you're saying it's too obvious?
Yeah.
So you're saying I don't have good enough ideas.
I'm just being.
You know what? I am keeping
Hey, guess
grudges.
what? No, remember? No, I like it
no,
because I
no.
could bring in a sketch.
Yeah, I know,
and
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
come so excited.
yeah.
And I remember I was like, I came in like a month or two ago. I was like, dude, I've been thinking about this sketch for the past week. Here it is. And then you guys were both just like blank face. You're like, yeah, that wasn't
Yeah.
like that wasn't
Hey,
good.
bro, we're
And I
actually
was
we're gonna cancel the pod for today. You go home.
like, and I was like, fuck, you guys are good friends.
No, yeah, we need more of that. We need more of
Like,
that.
imagine how many people are overly. It's like remember in film school we had that one kid who showed his 2-hour-long documentary no one wanted to watch.
Yeah, that was wild.
That's going so far in life without
Yeah.
anyone saying you're not good.
Yeah.
And like coming in with that confidence
Yeah.
with stuff that isn't good, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's just more the unawareness, the fact that like everybody's videos were like max 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then
That's-
he had like
Oh,
the
yeah.
audacity.
Was he autistic though? I think you guys
I
said.
don't think so.
He was. Oh, was he? Was
that
he?
would. I mean, that would just only make you look bad for like for clowning on
But
him.
no, but okay, that's true. Okay, wait, the
hope he's not.
backstory. I remember he was like, he threw shade at my sketches. He was like, oh, well, at least it wasn't another dumb gay joke.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, all right, I don't care what you are. You could have no arms and legs. I'm going in on you
Yeah,
forever,
that's
dude.
what- yeah. Especially, I mean, the
'Cause if
sketches
I
were so good too. At
Wait, what?
least, like I feel like the sketches were so good.
So yeah,
it was
I'm
just
like-
hater shit at that point. Like,
I was like, hey, dude, this is a new video. It had nothing to do with that last thing.
Yeah.
But it's crazy
I
you brought
think-
that up.
I think it was because there was something going on with one of our friends that by association he
associated us?
Yeah, he just associated you as like somebody who knows that person and he doesn't like that person, so therefore you're not a good person either. So he just like was
Yeah.
a hater.
Well,
by
that's
default.
even worse.
At
Like,
least I don't make 2-hour-long documentaries no
Yeah.
one wants to watch. So
That's crazy. I
Right?
loved it actually.
I asked for a copy after a link.
Dylan's like, yeah, he's like, that's the reason why I do docs now.
That's how I got into
wait,
it.
that was him.
What do you guys think about? I don't know if you want to talk about this, but our professor's interest.
I'm
Ron
low-key so
Mita.
down. Yeah,
Is he said he watched. Hi, Ron Mita.
He said he watched like
yeah.
I think he just probably just watched the clips.
Yeah.
Maybe watch. He's gonna watch this. Be like, I watched the whole thing. You assholes. You're uninvited. But he invited us. He
you,
invited.
know what I was thinking about? How everybody's been talking about like our setup, like the last couple times, how they're like impressed
Oh yeah.
with like our production quality. So I think it's like we're gonna walk in there and he's gonna see all the shit we have and he's gonna be like, I can't do this, like because he's virtually just wants to learn like.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like this is a lot. Like this is like on ours, like on the
Yeah,
higher end of.
we're on
like,
episode
shit.
40, and I still don't know how to set this
Yeah.
up. Wait, what do we have? Let's bring it up for people. So we have
4 camera setup. We got
tripods. Well,
yeah, we got tripods. We got all these mics. We got mic stands. We got all the cameras going into like a live switcher. We got a recorder with all the mics going into the recorder. They all got different channels. You fluctuate the different channels, and then we have that going out to like a line out to like a headphone splitter. Now that we got headphones, we got
we
a
have
light.
power into every single one of the
Yeah.
cameras.
It's insane.
And during you guys set up, I try to find something to. I try to unwrap wire that
Yeah.
isn't even in it.
you're like over there. You're like fixing the stuff on the wall.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't even do it today. Fuck. Jeez, dude. Like when Drew started interning, he's like, "What do I do?" I'm like, "Dude, I don't even know."
talk to them.
Talk to the adults, dude.
But yeah, our professor from college is interested in his request was like, "Hey guys, I love your podcast. I love this episode that you did with this person. That was so funny. But that's not what I'm talking about. I want you guys to come to our college and do a podcast in the new podcast room because it's new and you guys should do it. And I want to sit there and I want to like take notes because I want to make my own podcast. Yeah. So you guys do your thing and come through or something." Yeah.
Watch,
We
he's
should
gonna,
look-
he's
we
gonna
should-
leave a GoPro there and
We
leave the
should
room.
get Ron on the podcast.
That's what
Yeah.
I said that.
Okay.
In the email, and he said, "I'm cool with that."
That would be amazing. That would be so cool.
And I said, like, you do know, like, I don't know if you actually watched an episode, but you do know, like, we talk about like everything.
Yeah.
And he's like, I think he just said, like, yeah, just don't piss on the school too much or something like that.
It's crazy though because I literally think this. I think COC was the best school I've
Yeah,
been
it's
to.
a great school.
It's such a good school,
Yeah,
dude.
for
I don't
like,
held anything against that's
for
such a
little
good
to
school,
no
dude.
cost, like
Yeah.
you can get a good experience.
I was getting paid to go there. It was kind of beautiful.
Really? Dang.
Yeah, I think I was too. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty crazy.
Fuck you.
Like,
Dude
the
was
only
just
thing I had to pay for was like the parking pass.
Dang.
Kind of shitty, but
And
like-
maybe like textbooks, or no, that was waived, huh? That could be waived.
yeah. Well, I think I went ham and I always like try to find them for free, like dirt cheap.
We could talk about it with him
Yeah.
because I think he wanted us to talk about like our film stories.
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
film stories.
Yeah.
That dude, that kid's gonna make it.
Who?
The one who shat on our sketch and then showed a 2-hour-long
Oh
documentary.
yeah.
That kid's gonna be involved.
Oh.
What other war
we
stories?
bring him in.
We're gonna bring him in.
Man.
We could talk about. I don't know. I mean, everything there is kind of just a blur for me
Yeah.
because it's just like you're shoved in a group with people that you barely know.
Yeah.
You're,
And
in,
then-
you're in a group with like 50-year-olds.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
ranging from like people who are just fresh out of college, people who don't want to be there, they're just doing it for credit, and then people who are just a little bit older and it's hard to like mesh with them a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was a fun experience overall, but it was just a bit of a blur.
Yeah,
Like it's
definitely
hard
is
to.
a blur.
Yeah.
It was like a time. It's still like trying to. I feel like even still trying to figure shit out now, but I feel like shit was just so much more like weird. Just trying to be an adult at that time.
We're trying to what?
Trying to be an adult at that time.
Oh yeah.
It was just a weird thing. Like,
Yeah.
like working
fun.
full time.
But that's like, yeah, it was all part of it, and that's how we met. So I guess that's
Yeah.
something we could talk about.
it's crazy.
I wonder if we can like try to find our films and like bring them to him.
Yeah. Well, they have the vault, don't they? Or does it reset? Because I went like semesters later. It was like a couple
They
semesters
should-
after, and I was like, I saw the one where we did in the parking lot where I was dancing
Oh yeah.
against myself. Like I saw that one in there.
I would.
like,
I want to have like the other films I worked on.
yeah, that would be amazing.
That'd be cool to like bring it with us though, and like have him review it with us or something. I don't know,
Yeah.
we could find like a segment or something. Tell us
That
what
would
we
actually
should
be
do.
so cool. Like that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking the one I'm thinking about right now is like the cliche one. I think you edited it.
Oh.
Do you remember that? It was like one of the first projects.
Yeah.
And I remember, I don't know. I remember seeing that video. I was like, damn, that was like one of the first like impressions I got of you. I was like, this guy's pretty cool.
Oh, dude, I remember I was hyped on that one. Thank you.
Yeah,
I
that
remember.
one was sick,
I remember like
like-
one kid in the group had an ego,
Uh-huh.
and then
Who was it?
I think his name was like Chris,
I didn't see his
Mexican
face.
dude.
I didn't see his
taller.
face.
But I remember I was like, I would try to like no one want to take lead,
Yeah.
and then I was like, hey, we should do this, and they're like, okay, I do that, and then like I edited it too, and then like I remember Ron was asking us questions, and I was like, oh yeah, me and the group, and then I think he got mad. He's like, oh yeah, you and the group. Like he was like mad that I was like speaking. I'm like, dude, you didn't do anything. I don't know where you. It's crazy. Whoever had the biggest ego in film school,
Yeah.
in community college film school, like there's.
Like we're literally,
Where are you?
We're doing nothing right now.
Yeah. It's weird how like people like weren't there for that. They were
Yeah.
there just to like show their dick.
Yeah.
They
That's how
think
I
people-
felt with the doc too. Because I first met, I signed up for film 1 with Sarah,
Mhm.
like the semester before I did it with you guys.
Oh really? I
And
didn't know
I
that.
went to the first class, and I think something happened. I don't remember. Like I dropped it. I think it was like my scheduling. Like it didn't work out.
Yeah.
But I went and freaking what's his
That's
face?
crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Rob Roland was in that class too.
Mhm.
Like, it was a bunch of dudes. I remember, like, I got put in a group with Roland and that dude, and we went. I remember just like his attitude about it. I was like, I felt uncomfortable. I was like, damn, like, I was like, it was just very snobby. Like, you know, like you felt like he knew, like he acted like he knew
Yeah.
everything, and then like they pulled out the cameras and like they were trying to use the camera, and he had no idea what he was doing with it. It
It's
was
crazy
just
to have
like-
an ego that early.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way, bro. I was like, come on. Like I went in so humble, like I didn't know shit. Like I felt like I wasn't shit. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I feel it is the coolest
Wait,
way
who?
to approach it that way.
I don't know, what's his name? Was it Jed or Jed?
Jed, I think it was
Yeah.
Jed.
Oh,
Find him on
Jed.
Instagram, guys.
Yeah.
Get him.
Oh no.
I remember it was so crazy too because I think I had what's his name, Stevie?
Oh yeah,
You remember
Steve
Stevie?
Margera.
Yeah, I had a class with him. I think the very first class I ever had, I had English with him.
Mhm.
And I remember, I think I was like telling the teacher, I was like, yeah, like I'm trying to do film and everything. Like she was just asking about me, and then she's like, it was like after class, she was telling me, she's like, yeah, that dude Stevie, like, oh, like he's already like he's working on sets and stuff.
Mhm.
I was like, no, I was like, this motherfucker's doing it, and then I ended up seeing him in the film program, and I always had like just like this such like high idea of him and shit. And I remember like within this last year, he was like DMing me. He's like, bro, he's like, I really fuck with your shit. I was like, that's crazy, bro.
That's cool.
I was like, I still feel like I'm not shit. I was like, this
Yeah.
dude's like hyping me up. I was like, that's so sick.
I think that's a cool way to look at it though. If you constantly think you are the shit, then you're
Yeah.
not gonna grow as much.
Exactly, yeah.
Which is sometimes like when something cool happens, I'm like, I don't want to take it
Yeah,
in too
exactly.
much.
Yeah, we just kind of just take it for
Just
what
keep
it
it
is.
going.
Just keep moving. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Because that's Mary Kate.
Kate.
This is the vibe when there is a guest, and then we get into the segment.
we're at an hour. Right
Oh,
now.
really?
Okay.
Yeah. We can start wrapping it up. Do you have anything to promote that you want to include in the top of the show stuff?
Yeah,
have a
show's
show?
Sunday, but this comes out in 2 weeks, so
Yeah.
the show probably went well. Not sure though because I think it's raining. I don't know if a lot of people are.
How
coming.
was your last show?
Is it outside?
No, but
It's
I
just-
still feel like the
okay.
rainy
That's why,
aspect
yeah.
still.
I'm just trying to get there.
My last show, it was I played Telco Brewery. I say it like it's a huge. I just performed at Telco Brewery,
Sounds fire.
and then it's always like 50-year-old white couples,
Yeah.
and I try to go up there with like dick and rape jokes.
I mean, like, don't you like kind of get the gist of it when you see them, or do you just go
I'm still gonna be me,
Yeah.
but I
That's-
know there's a way to mold my personality to appeal to these people. But I've been playing to mainly comics at open mics, so I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah. We just did an episode of Eating While Broke, and like somebody came on. She's transgender, but she's like a comedian, and she was just talking about
Who is
like,
it?
Her name
Is she Asian?
No, she's black. She's Flame Monroe.
Okay, I don't know.
You ever heard of her? But she was talking about how like you need to know the audience. Like that's like a big thing of like she was saying like she like obviously she like doesn't fuck with Trump, but if she went and like did like a thing like she like even a bunch of Trump supporters, like she wouldn't go and she wouldn't shit on his politics, like because like she knows like that's gonna hurt their feelings and shit. But that she would like still shit on him like just for the way he looks and stuff.
Yeah, like the way he talks or something.
Exactly. So it's just kind of just like knowing like what would make them laugh, and, like not
room.
intention like trying to hurt the crowd you're trying to like speak to. Like,
I remember at community college I went to a counselor because I was trying to transfer out the next semester, and I told her like I want to pursue like stand-up comedy, and then I remember like the whole time she was so indifferent about me, but the moment I said I want to do stand-up comedy, she got so excited, started talking to me, looking me in the eye, and she's like, oh, do you know about Ali Wong? And then she told me like, this advice where it's like she said I read Ali Wong, advice you should take is once you start doing well in one room, that's when you leave. Like once if I keep hitting the same mic and I'm getting good there, that's time for me to leave, so I can go figure out how to like spread my
that's real.
Switch it up a bit.
That's so real.
So I think
do you feel like you've been doing that?
I think I'm still getting good.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get good at this one room, but I think I need to start going to like very, very clean mics.
It's like
because I'm only writing like dick joke, rape jokes.
I feel that
right now. Yeah.
It's like you're in like a real life RPG, like you're on level 2 or something.
Yeah, it really is.
You're just doing the same mission over and over again.
So what about rape? Ha ha ha. All right, I'll be back tomorrow.
I don't want this to sound racist at all. This is also a little off topic.
Oh boy.
But you turned your head and you looked at me. You kind of like hand bit a little bit. Like hand bitty.
Whoa.
That's cool. He's a handsome man.
He is handsome. I don't
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's a compliment.
You turn your head. No. That's how.
I don't know. I don't know what you did.
Did you do the side profile? That's what made me look like
No,
hand
it
bit?
was just like you just did something and I was like hand bit?
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
Everyone says that's a handsome man.
Yeah, he's beautiful.
Like all guy friends are like, yo, I'd suck his dick. I'm like,
it's crazy.
Cool. Well, I could be hunt dick if I could turn my head a little bit.
I would do it. Like, you'd have to. But I was gonna say you've been doing a lot of mics like lately, huh?
Yeah.
Like
I think it's the most I've been doing, and I've been enjoying it more than I have in like a while.
That's awesome. That's so sick.
So when are you gonna do it, huh?
That's Mary Kate.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
I want to do it.
You don't want to?
I want to do it. I want to do it.
What's stopping you?
I just fucking
fear.
I feel like I had a whole thing like this literally this past week or two.
You're funny, all right?
No, I know I'm funny. That's not
fine.
the
Never
fucking
mind.
issue.
No, I know you know you're funny.
I don't know that. I don't know that.
You're lying. You know you're funny.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm not like funny. Like I don't think I'm funny. Like I'm better than you funny. Like
I think you are.
You really think that?
I do think you make me laugh the hardest.
Okay, no. But like I'm saying like you think that I think that I'm funny, like, and I think that I'm better than you, kind of funny.
I think we bounce off each other well.
Okay, I think I'm funny. Like I feel like I know like how to like to bounce, like how to bounce off conversation and shit.
But
like,
I feel like you
there's, like,
still.
a confidence to it, like,
I feel like you get. Because I tell Dylan this all the time. It's starting to sound gay. I'm like, Jared needs to do stand up because you get like the premise punchline thing, where like you get the game of the joke and then you'll go with it.
Yeah.
I think you should do it.
Okay. I will.
Hard cut 2, 5 years later. Hey, who's that homeless guy in the
That
corner?
would actually be so, imagine that like it's part of the documentary.
Yeah.
Just fucking 15 podcast episodes of like, bro, do stand up, bro, do stand up, bro, do stand up. Fucking me doing stand up.
And then it hard cuts to you saying a hard R. It's like the Michael Richards thing. I hope there's something like that. His quick downfall.
No, then like it'd be even funnier. Like they're not even mad at me. Like they're mad at you. Like you should. Like
Why'd you let him?
Like,
wait, he works with kids. You want to go this week?
I should. I don't think I'll be able to do this week, but
okay.
I will. I'll go with you the week after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 weeks. That's when this episode drops.
You scared? How did you feel the first time doing it?
I mean, I was nervous, but I think I don't know. I don't know why I was always thinking like, because I mean, it's usually like that, right? There's not too many people around.
Well,
like,
that was a weird mic because there were only like 3 people.
Okay, so how many people are there usually when you go?
Last one I went to was probably like 8 or 9.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, I feel like it's cool when you don't know anyone. But like if it's someone you find, like if I see Logan Quiroz, one of my favorites, but like I'm like, dang, I would do good because he's so funny, dude.
I feel that, yeah.
And like when I make him laugh, I feel so much better about myself, dude.
That's so real.
So like I like if it's people I don't know, I'm like I don't care. But if it's someone, I'm like, oh, I respect you.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I better kill or I'll look like an idiot.
But I feel like that's the thing. And I guess it's just me just having to do it, but I feel like that's something I struggle with like a lot. It's just like the perception.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just fear.
Yeah. I think you need to jump
Yeah, I do need to jump
off.
But like you want to do it.
I do. Yeah, I
You're
do
just
want to
like a little scared. It is
like yeah.
Yeah, for me, I think Aldus was telling me I should do it, and I was like, I don't want to.
You got like no.
I was like,
interest
okay,
in it.
all right, don't.
All right. You're not funny anyway. He's just
Yeah,
puffing
I feel like.
you.
No, what were you gonna say?
I feel everyone should try it though, because I feel like the jump off of that uncomfortability just feels so good. Like, literally, I remember like first couple times I go up, I didn't do good, but
Yeah.
every time I'd be like, I'm the fucking king
Yeah.
for doing the.
No, 100%.
It's sick.
It's also, I mean, it's just the public speaking thing too that I think is like getting to me the most.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's like I feel like I'm sitting here and like I feel like I can be funny. There's a confidence, but it's like there's an immediate like confidence loss the second you step in front of like a shitload of people that you don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But there is a fear though. Like I feel like everyone is kind of like the thing that's comfortable is that everyone thinks that too.
Yeah.
At least.
Oh yeah,
good
which is
amount,
yeah, just like, you're not
Other
alone
than
and
the pros.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Respect that.
We gotta wrap it up
Alrighty.
because I gotta pee.
That's
Any
Mary
okay,
Kate.
that's Mary.
Kate.
Anything last?
Oh yeah, any
Anything you
closing
wanna say?
statements?
Should Jared do stand up? Yeah.
Vote here. Vote here.
We'll make this a
Everybody
clip
says
and
no.
we'll
Get that racist guy off stage.
we'll make this a clip and we'll post it and then we'll really find out the
likes.
truth.
No, that should be really
What's
cool.
up with that? I posted I don't want to talk about likes. Never mind. All right. Thanks for watching.
That's Mary Kate.
Yo, what the fuck?
That's Mary Kate. Are you talking about?
Touch on my love, on my rap, on my wet. Love on my wet. Yeah. Touch on my rap, on my